Welcome to Make Your Statement, a podcast where we delve into the world of visual communications and its power in marketing, branding and business. I'm your host, Richard Wedgwood, Group MD at Fastsigns Manchester and Bolton. Here at Fastsigns, we have the know-how, tools and experience to help your business make your statement and achieve more than you ever thought possible. Today we have a special guest, Ibrar Hussain, Digital Marketing Executive from Roccia Design Centre. Roccia is the UK's largest independent tile, bathroom and kitchen showroom. In our episode today, we'll be exploring how Roccia is making a statement in the retail landscape and how they are navigating changes and facing business challenges head on. Hi there, Ibrar.
Hiya.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm not so bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you, and thank you for joining us.
No problem, thank you for having me on.
I'm sure it's going to be an exciting deep delve into what makes a business like Roccia tick. Can you share with us, with our audience, what makes Roccia so special and how your role in the business aligns with that mission?
So Roccia's been a family-run business for about 25, I think, plus years.
Oh, wow.
So originally they started off with just tiles, then they expanded to bathrooms and expanded to kitchens as well. So we cater to all types of customers all over the UK as well. My role in the business is making Roccia into a brand, both online and offline. So yeah, basically that's kind of my main role.
Okay.
In the summary.
And as a business, do you offer the full service from kind of concept to completion, or is it supply only? Do you have teams of installers, for example, or is that not an area of the business you get that Roccia gets involved in directly?
So for the tile side, we just supply only.
Okay.
For bathrooms, we design and supply. So we've got about 4 or 5 bathroom designers, both working in our Preston showroom and our Bolton showroom. And with kitchens, it's everything from design, supply, and we actually do the fitting as well.
Oh, right.
So we've got fitters in-house who go out and do everything.
So if I buy a house that I want to renovate and I'm looking for a new bathroom, looking for a new kitchen, I see Roccia on the street, think, oh, go and give that business a try. What do I go through as a customer? Just walk me through what the customer journey is, what the customer process will be.
So it's usually, obviously, as soon as you walk into the showroom, you're welcomed by one of our friendly staff members. So if you're looking to get a kitchen design, you usually book an appointment with one of our kitchen designers. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if there's someone available on the day, they're more than happy to help you on that day as well. Sure. So you'll sit down with one of our designers, they'll go through everything, you'll get out your floor plans and say, okay, this is my floor plan, I want my kitchen design this and this way with these and these colours. Then our kitchen designers will do that for you. Then they'll provide you with recommendations as well. They'll say, okay, this will look good here, but it won't look good there. Right. So they'll provide you with a good feedback on the designs as well. Yeah. And once you're happy to go with it, we'll obviously get the materials and we'll arrange a visit to your house as well for the measurements. Once that's done, that's when our fitters go out and they do all the fitting for the kitchen. Yeah. And obviously it doesn't just stop there, so it carries on all the way till after sales as well. And after the project's complete, we're making sure everything's in tip-top condition after as well.
So rather like ourselves then, it sounds like it's a very consultative approach in that you're trying to tease out what the goals of the business or what the goals of the customer are. Yeah. And because certainly having relatively recently been involved in purchasing new kitchen, for example, there's all kind of weird and wonderful fixtures and fittings that make much better use of space that me as the customer doesn't really know exist until we come to a place like you and a place like Roccia that can actually explain to us just what the massive range of options are and actually help narrow it down of what's going to work in my space.
Yeah, definitely. We've got like all sorts of gadgets. You've got everything from plug sockets coming out of your kitchen island. We've got what else do we have? We've got sensor control.
Wow.
I don't know what it's called, but it's whatever called lifts up and down
Okay.
in like a bar area. So there's all sorts of fancy gadgets that you can get installed with your kitchen and even your bathroom as well, to be honest.
So, how does Roccia utilise visual communication, signage, and attractive retail, making your retail premises attractive as a key front to your business? How do you use those elements to actually entice people into your business and make them, as they're driving by, make them think, "Oh, yeah, when I need your products and service, that's exactly where I'm going to go. It looks great."
I think first it starts with the overall architecture of the building itself. Have you seen our
Yes,
Preston building?
yeah.
So when someone sees that, straight away they think, "Oh, what's that? What's this building?" And after once they've seen that, they've seen our big Roccia logo at the front as well, with our values on the side of the business, where it says we're creatively unique. Once they've seen that, they've seen all the window signage as well. It just gives a brief idea of what Roccia actually do. And actually, we've actually got signs that show that we do tiles, bathrooms, and kitchens as well,
Right.
just to give a bit of just a straight idea of what we do. So that obviously attracts our customer to whoever's looking for tiles, bathrooms, or kitchens,
Yeah.
just from the outside.
Yeah.
And once they're reeled into the showroom, that's when it's a whole different. It's like a maze.
A maze of wonders, I'm
maze
quite
of
sure.
wonders. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. And how long have you been with the business?
So it's going to be a year. Not next week, probably the week after. It's going to be a whole year. I've been there now.
Wow, congratulations.
It's been a quick year. It's been quick and like a funny year as well.
I noticed in the job titles, it's got digital marketing in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
What would a typical day hold for you?
So majority of the time I take care of the social media side of Roccia, but I do work on the offline side with my colleague Josefa, who works on obviously all the signage, any POS for both showrooms. So we do bounce ideas off each other and work together. So the typical day is usually just going out and creating content for our social media. So we go to any completed projects that we've done with our customers, whether it's bathrooms or kitchens, or sometimes just tiles. And some of the houses I've been to are absolutely amazing. They're huge houses. And yeah, so I'm just going out there, just literally, best way to put it is just having fun and just creating content.
And I imagine quite a proud moment when you walk in and actually see the work that your company has done.
Oh yeah, definitely, because it's something that we can talk about as well in the content I create. Because at the end of the day, our followers and our audience want to see what we've actually done. But when I do create the content, I create content so it caters to all our audience. So it's not only the people, the top spenders, it can be anyone who's on a budget as well.
Yeah. And I think that actually when people are able to see finished work, actually see the quality of that finished work, that's actually quite a big deal for many of us who really don't know quite what we're getting into, what it's going to look like. Actually being able to see, be it through social media or when we come into your design studio, to actually see just what a mind-blowing job it can end up looking. It just takes some of that fear away, just some of the worry away.
Definitely.
Actually, we know we can trust Roccia, we know we can trust these guys to come in and do a great job for us, and it's going to look great.
Yeah, definitely.
And perform well.
Yeah, 100%, definitely.
It's not always just about aesthetics, it's got to be about functionality and doing what the customer needs it to do. So can you share with us your favourite did you know fact about your business? Either fact or statistic about branding and marketing for a multi-channel retail business such as yourself?
So did you know fact? I've got one written down here actually. So it's not about the business itself, but it's just about branding and marketing itself. Sure. So in 2023, a study by Design Rush shows that 75% of consumers recognize a brand by its logo, and the color scheme can increase brand recognition by up to 80%.
Yeah.
Prime example, obviously it's a much larger company, and it's not in the industry that we're talking about, but it's Coca-Cola,
Right.
with their unique typography and their colours as well.
Yeah. I think there's been quite a lot of research done of almost blind, where they remove part of the logo and they or just leave the colours there, or some kind of outline or silhouette. Obviously, the classic one being McDonald's, where they just show the big M of the McDonald's logo, and straight away there's immediate recognition that it's McDonald's, which means that it's fast food. It's immediate recognition of not just the brand name, but actually what they do and what they're all about.
Because I remember seeing, I think just images on LinkedIn where McDonald's, someone shared, I think a campaign at McDonald's where it was just billboards, and it was just telling you that okay, this is the exit here, but it was just the actual yellow part of McDonald's, and straight away you recognise that's McDonald's.
Absolutely. And I think that's the importance of colour consistency, brand consistency across multiple touch points, that everywhere actually leads back to the same place, and it all just reinforces that brand awareness. I know that's something that we've worked on with Roccia specifically, on making sure that at different touch points on different types of signage, different substrates, that the brand colours, for example, are being reproduced very consistently to make sure that it reinforces that brand awareness wherever somebody's looking. Yeah,
definitely, because obviously each company, they have sectors within the company that they need to differentiate from the actual main company itself. So just like Roccia, obviously we've got the Roccia outlet, we've got the Roccia trade, so we need to differentiate with different colours as well. But obviously, while staying on the brand guidelines.
Absolutely. I mean, whichever area of the business it is, it's still Roccia, and it needs to be. I can't imagine a situation why you would want to be sort of distancing yourself from. Probably, these are all, they all come together to make the whole. So
definitely.
Whilst it might be different elements of the business, or what we could be kitchens versus bathrooms versus tile supply, at the end of the day, they all go together to make this great company that is Roccia.
It is definitely.
Businesses across many industries trust us to help them overcome their visual communication challenges. We're experts in our field, and we walk with you every step of the way of your signage project to make sure your campaign is executed excellently, efficiently and flawlessly. You have a business to run. Leave your visibility challenges to us while you focus on serving the needs of your customers. If you're looking for support in enhancing your business visibility, request a quote today at fastsigns.co.uk/Manchester. So this highlights the importance of strategic visual communications in business and that consistency that we've just spoken to. Speaking of strategy, let's delve into how Roccia's navigating the evolving retail space, particularly over the last few years as digital and online and more spend going to online. How do you stay differentiated in your physical space? Because it's a big undertaking, it's a big overhead for any business to justify that physical presence, rather than it just being click, click, click online, where actually anybody can set up a great website and look like there's something that they're really not. I think a physical space really sets somebody apart that is kind of the pucker real McCoy business versus some recent startup that's just trying to pass themselves off as having the experience that you guys have got. How do you leverage and use that physical space to your advantage?
I think one of our main strategies is getting the customer into the showroom. So whether that's speaking to a customer online, or they've actually or someone who's just passing by, or even if it's just a word of mouth, it's just getting that customer into the showroom. That's where the magic happens. That's where our sales team come into play. And that's where they kind of have like a friendly kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Interaction.
Like a friendly interaction.
Yeah.
Like our sales team, the way they speak to the customers is like they're friends. But obviously, you've got to be professional at the same time. So.
Well, it's about settling people down, putting them at ease, getting them to relax.
Exactly. Obviously, you get all types of customers coming in. You get customers who just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
And you get customers who actually need the help from start to finish.
Yeah.
And that's where our sales teams comes in. But in regards to obviously navigating, we recently been bumping up our recruitment as well. So we have been hiring more staff just so we can grow as a company itself. With the cost of materials going high, we're still keeping prices for customers affordable.
Yeah.
And every single year we have our seasonal sales, which attracts the customers the most. Yeah. Our seasonal sales run through from you've got winter, summer, autumn, and spring. Every single year there's always a seasonal sale. And on the odd occasion, obviously, when it comes to summer, we've got the additional outdoor tile sale as well, which goes along with it. So that's what kind of attracts the customer the most.
Okay.
And I think one of the main things that plays a major part in it is our social media presence, is showing the customers of what we can do, what we have for you, and why they should come to our showrooms.
And just as importantly, showing them what you have done.
That
what brings with it real credibility that this is not just us saying it. Here's the pictures. Here's the proof.
Yeah. So in regards to social media, we get all people obviously DMing us saying where you base, and some of our customers come from Scotland, some of our customers come from London as well. So they have that trust in us to come all the way from London or Scotland,
right?
Just to get, even if it's just to get their tiles, they'll come all the way just for that. Even if it's like a bathroom design, a kitchen design, they have that trust in us.
Well, it just shows what the power of sort of good branding, good marketing is. That people would be prepared to travel that far and wide to actually come and see it for themselves, and actually you can't beat sometimes actually holding product, touching product, feeling the quality of what stuff is going to be like, rather than just click, and when the delivery driver arrives, it's like, well, that's not what I was expecting. It takes away all that element of surprise. So what's the one piece of advice that you give to another business looking to enhance their physical visibility and attract more customers to its location?
I would say invest in good signage, obviously by using Fastsigns. I'll put that in there. Because I think good signage plays a big key, because it's, like I said, it's the face of the actual showroom, face of the company, of whoever you are. So don't let money play a factor in. Obviously, if you're on a budget, but you can always get a sign on a budget as well.
Absolutely.
But you can get a good sign on a budget. You don't have to go for the cheap option all the time.
Yeah, I think for us as specialists in the signage area, what we always try and do is make sure that the signage aligns with the brand.
Yeah.
You know, if you are looking at very top end, high retail, let's say in the jewellery space, just flat panel signage with no illumination, no kind of sparkle or real attractiveness to it, it's just not going to do it. Whereas if you were operating at the very bottom end of the market, if the signage actually looks too high end, would put somebody off coming through the door, because that looks too expensive. I need to find somewhere else. That's not what I'm looking for. The style of signage very much needs to reflect what you're trying to project, and that's a big part of what we try and do, get to understand, well, what's your vision, what is your statement. This podcast is called Make Your Statement. The first thing we need to try and understand is, what is your statement? How can we help you make it? So, and getting that visual impression very much aligned with what you want to project as a brand is a really important part, a very key part for us, because to get that wrong, not only is it not going to attract more customers, which is the point of it in the first place, but it could actually scare people away and say, well, that's not the kind of brand that I'm looking for, particularly for this particular item I'm looking to buy, or this project I'm working on. I think it's important that the visual actually lines up with the reality. I think equally, if you project signage that looks too high end, and then the business that sits inside that premise is more bargain basement, actually people are going to turn back around and walk straight back out again, because I thought it was all going to be a little bit higher end than this. Getting that alignment absolutely right is really key to what we do.
Definitely is.
And hopefully we've managed to get it right with you guys at Roccia to project and get your statement made to your customers and prospects.
I think the sign is basically it's your first impression. So that's exactly what you need to be in. I think that's my best advice I can give, is make sure that sign's on point.
So could you share some hints and tips with our listeners on how Roccia is promoting its business in such a competitive marketplace, both in physical competitiveness and the online space, certainly?
I think with the physical side, we're sponsoring different local, like football clubs, cricket clubs.
Okay.
So right now we've got advertising boards with Preston North End. So every home game there's one on both sides of the road, and there's on the home game the big TV on the actual the pitch itself. We've got our Roccia branding popping up there as well.
Fantastic.
We've got a local Preston Cricket Club as well. We've got advertising boards there, so we've got a lot of people in the local area to sponsor. Same with our Bolton showroom as well. So because we've got a showroom in Bolton, we need to be sponsoring local teams, or it doesn't have to be adult cricket or football teams. It can be like under 13s football teams or cricket teams as well. So that's through the physical side. And obviously we've got our signage on our actual all around our showrooms, which obviously shows any sales are coming on or what we've currently achieved. Like we've got a massive banner on the side. I don't know if it's still there or not, which is to celebrate our 1,000+ 5-star reviews.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a big achievement. It's a lot of hard work went into that as well.
Sure.
So, on the online side, obviously we've got both. We've got the organic social and we've got the paid social, and we're running quite a lot of campaigns on the paid side with Google PPC as well.
Of course.
And we heavily invested into our SEO as well. So making sure we're on like page one when everyone does look for us.
Yeah. What is your personal opinion about paid advertising and PPC? I think depending on who you talk to, you get different responses on this one, in that some people say, the first thing I do is scroll past all the things that have got ad at the side of them that are clearly the kind of paid promotion. Then you speak to other people who are absolutely convinced that being at the top is absolutely the way to go. What's your own feelings on that?
So I've got the same perception, to be honest. I skip past the ad stuff, but because with our Google PPC strategy, we're looking for customers to come into the showroom. So anyone who searches for example, tiled showroom near Preston, we want to be popping up. So that's what they're actually looking for.
Right.
So having that ad. The word ad next to our actual Google PPC ad is completely fine, so there's no issues with it.
Right.
But in regards to obviously the organic SEO side, we've got regular blogs going out, so things that people are actually searching for and want to read, and that's what attracts the customer to our website, and from there they're branching out to other pages on our website.
Fantastic.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today and sharing your insights. It's been enlightening to learn how Roccia is making a statement in the retail landscape.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed today's episode and want to learn more, be sure to subscribe to Make Your Statement on your preferred podcast platform, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can not only listen to our amazing episodes, but can watch our guests in action right here in our Manchester HQ.